Hello everyone, it's Nandi. Welcome back to Vibrant Authentic Living. Here I have this beautiful plant. Look at this plant. Do you know what plant this is? This is the neem plant. These are the flowers. They are edible. Okay, just pick them, chew them. It's almost as if I had brought the entire neem tree. I brought the entire neem tree to you. So there are lots, dozens and dozens of neem trees in my community. People use them as, just to line their perimeter of their property, for shade, for beautification, right? So tons and tons of foliage. When the neem is fully mature, it's a huge, enormous tree, expansive foliage, so lots of shade. And of course you see the beautiful leaves. Also, I'm going to show you something else. Hold on. Okay, so I also have these. These are the neem berries. In which the seeds are contained, and these are also edible. Slightly sweet, slightly bitter. You see the seed inside. So you can just get a handful. Just get a handful of the berries, right? So here they are. Lovely, ripe neem berries, and you just they're very nice, not sweet. The neem itself, the leaf, is quite bitter, to be honest. And the first time, so here are some of the berries not yet ripe. These are the green berries, lots of them. The first time I decided to try neem, the neem leaves, and these are the dried leaves, right? I had these for about a week or a week and a half drying out, right? So if you don't have access to the neem and you have someone living in the country or somewhere where the neem is growing, just ask them to dry some leaves for you. And pick some berries, pick the flowers, dry the flowers. Did I have some? I thought I had some dried flowers as well. I'll show you. Alright, but the first time I drank the neem tea, I thought it was so extremely bitter. I could not drink the full cup of tea. But surprisingly though, I was going on my laps, doing my laps in the morning, and it just occurred to me, because there are many neem trees growing, as I said, tons of them about the place. It just occurred to me, said pick a leaf and taste it. And I picked, I'm going to show you there are some, if you look at these leaves, they're shriveled now, but they are the young leaves, and they are kind of purple in color. They are the ones that I pick in the mornings, and sometimes for months on end I eat these, probably 10 or 12 of them in the mornings. I'll just pick them while I'm doing my laps and just eat. And I developed a kind of method of eating the neem leaves. So I just chew them at the tip because they are really very bitter. But I prefer to chew them than to drink the tea. So I just chew them at the tip of my tongue, chew them right at the front of my mouth, and then use my tongue to just flip it to the back. So it's like I avoid tasting the full bitterness. So that is my method of eating my neem leaves. And when I'm in the neem vibe, I'll do that for months. Every morning, first thing in my tummy, well, except for my lime water, because as soon as I get up, most mornings I'll have water with lime squeezed in, and then in about a half an hour or an hour I'll be out doing my laps. So that the neem leaves would be the second thing that I have. So I make sure to look for these tender purple leaves. The green ones tend to be tougher and more fibrous, although from time to time I do chew the green ones. But the purple, they're shriveled now. I really wish they were they're much more glorious when they're freshly picked. Even though it's this morning I picked them, but they are much more beautiful than this, not so limp and shriveled. So I make sure to find those tender purple leaves and have 10 or 12 of them, just chew them and have them. The neem is an exceptionally nutritious plant and a very powerful herb to have. In some parts of the world, the neem is known as the tree of life. There are a number of trees that, you know, certain civilizations, certain cultures have called the tree of life. The coconut tree being one, the moringa tree being one, the neem being one. And the reason for this is that these trees provide so much in terms of food, medicinal properties, furniture, a number of things that serve towards assisting the people in these cultures to living their lives, right? So they have been called the tree of life and trees of life, and the neem is one such tree. Why is the neem called the tree of life? In spite of its bitter taste, which, you know, bitterness is a deterrent for many people, but in spite of that, the neem is chewed daily in many cultures, particularly Asian and African cultures. Especially in India, the neem is revered because it is used traditionally in these countries, these cultures, for treating leprosy, conditions of the eye, as a treatment for worms, intestinal worms, all stomach ulcers, heart and blood vessel disorders, and generally the cardiovascular system, for treating diabetes, gingivitis and other diseases of the gums and teeth, liver problems. And also the neem is used in some cultures as a contraceptive. Neem oil has been proven to kill sperm almost instantaneously. So some persons insert the oil into the vagina as a spermicide, and some persons drink the tea as a contraceptive. In many countries of the world, neem is used, and the neem is now being heavily researched by scientists in terms of its contraceptive powers. It is so potent in that you have to be careful if you are planning to be pregnant, because the neem also has abortive properties. So if you are planning to be pregnant or pregnant, you should avoid neem. And if you are a male and hoping to impregnate someone, you should also avoid neem. Now, based on my research, the contraceptive properties of neem are effective just as long as you take it. So it kills the sperm, but if you then decide you want to impregnate someone, you stop taking the neem based on my research, and within a short time you're back to good. You're good to go. So it does not have any long-term negative effects on either the male or female reproductive system, right? But it definitely has been shown in laboratories and in practice, in human experience, to kill sperm on contact, either kill or neutralize the sperm, immobilize them. Alright, then the bark of the neem tree is used in some cultures to treat malaria, leprosy, and some persons, because neem has beneficial effects on the mouth, the teeth, the gums, some persons actually chew the twig of the neem. So they will cut it and have it there, and in the mornings or whenever they just chew it and then use that to brush the teeth, right? But this, now you have to be careful in that the neem, once it is cut and left like that, a particular type of fungus can grow on it, and so that might be harmful if you're using that to chew, right? So if you're using the neem twig as a chew stick, as we call it in Jamaica, be careful that it is clean. You cut it and keep it clean. The neem is a natural insecticide, insect repellent, and so farmers and other persons who want to get rid of mosquitoes and ants and other creepy crawlies will use the neem oil around the areas that they tend to come to enter or to congregate, and it does repel them. Neem has a very strong smell, and this smell is a concern. For example, for ladies who use it as a spermicide, they complain that they don't like the smell. It does have a very powerful smell. Some persons wouldn't describe it as offsetting. It's just unique. It's intense. It has an intense smell. So if you can get over the smell, then definitely this is a plant that will give you tremendous benefit. The leaves, the bark, the twig, the flowers, the seeds, the fruit, as I have shown you, all these parts of the neem are edible and useful, right? So sometimes I just pick the flowers, I eat the flowers, I eat the leaves, I eat the berries. I don't chew the bark, but sometimes I buy the neem toothpaste at the health food store, I buy Neem soap because Neem is excellent on the skin. Also internally and on the skin is very good. So yeah, there are many products containing Neem that I use. I have not, sometimes I'll go for months chewing the leaves in the mornings, and then I just follow the spirit. I listen to what my spirit is saying, and I might break. So I haven't eaten the leaves in maybe 2 months, and I'll go for a period, and then the spirit just move me and say, you need back some Neem in your life. So as I go out and I'm about to walk, I just reach up, because there are so many trees about. I just reach up, pick the tender purple leaves from the Neem, and while I'm walking, I'm chewing. Alright, so that's it on the Neem. I brought the forest to you today. I brought the forest to you today. So this is Kama from the jungle saying goodbye. Remember to subscribe if you have not done so already, and if you want to become a supporter of the channel, just follow the link in the description. Go on over to Patreon and become a supporter. Remember to like, share, and drop us a comment and let me hear your thoughts. Alright, so from the depth of the jungle, from the depths of the jungle, I'll see you.